Well, hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. A shipment came in of the new Walthers Mainline Greenville 7,000 cubic foot wood chip hoppers in lots of different schemes, so I will pull one of each and show you what you get in these wood chip hoppers that have not been released for years, starting next. See, we'll go ahead and unbox this southern one here. Looks like Walthers has stopped with the paperwork. They may not have done it at all on Mainline, which is fine with me. I really don't like paperwork. Card pops out, and that is the unboxing experience for these. Let's take a look at the other schemes and then some details. Okay, so here you have the 5 schemes I got. I don't know if I'm missing any or not. These are just the ones that could have and have ran in the area here. First we have Southern, the big yellow markings for the do not locate shaker here warnings. And we'll go over the detail here. We'll just pick one to go over. NS, the more modern logo. Southern, prior to NS acquisition. Meridian and Bigby also has those shaker markings. And CSX. So these wood chip hoppers are kind of not usually unit trains. They're peppered in different consists, or a few in a row maybe in different consists, but I still picked up quite a few of these because I am a train hoarder. Okay, I think I'll pick Southern to go around just because it's lighter in color. Will show up easier on the camera. We already talked about the markings for do not locate the shaker here. The shaker that they're referring to is this kind of mount machine that shakes out all of the contents of the hopper and helps dump it out on these, out of these bays here. So these bays for a mainline car, pretty nicely detailed. If I were to guess, you know, they probably took the previous molds if they could use them, previous tooling, but they do have metal wheels and, you know, pretty nice detail, but mainline is a good way to run these. Especially for affordability, which I probably put the price on the on-screen area during the intro unless I was being lazy. So you got metal couplers, I believe, and then the access to ladders on the ends here, and you've got the corrugation along the side where they machine the car together. These are pretty tall cars. I'll put them behind like an SD70 ACE just so you can see how tall they are. Just don't quote me on that not being a prototypical run, because it won't be. But you have the brake wheel detail there. There's an air reservoir peeking in there, and even some more writing and some other plumbing located in this area here. It's a little hard to see. Ladder rung there. More of the same corrugation on this side. I showed you the bottom. Let me show you the inside of the bay with lots of bracing. And it's really hard to see, but there's lots of bracing in there. You got some V bracing, some cross bracing, and there's a separator for 2 different sides of the car right there in the middle. So I'm guessing that just aids in the release of the goods when they are shaking them out and offloading these cars. Here's a 360 of the Meridian and Bigby. You can see some of the patterning on the car a little better on this, especially that angle right there. All of that, I guess they're side stiffeners really to help prevent the side from warping. But you can see all of that on the detail, and then the writing obviously is clear and legible too, from the load limits to the load wood chips only warning. It's all well done. CSX, a little more modern wood chip hopper. Here's a Vanna White 360 of that. We'll look at our Southern here, also seen around here, really beat up and old. Where I live. Perfect angle for all that patterning you can see for all those side stiffeners, I believe. Again, that's what they're called. If not, somebody can correct me in the comments. I always appreciate constructive criticism and to learn. Here's NS, last of least, for the different schemes. Now, we'll go over a couple more things, then we'll do a run-by. But again, the run-by is not going to be prototypically correct, so don't get me for that. Okay, we're going to check the weight on these. 6.1 ounces. Okay, NMRA says that it should be 1 ounce plus half an ounce per inch of body length. We are looking at 9.5 inch body length, not coupler to coupler, just body length here. So we should be at least 5.75 ounces or something like that. So we exceed that weight, so that is good. Okay, let's take a look at coupler height here. Appears to be dead on, but I can't get it to focus. So good on that end, I'll call it. Take a totally random car on this end and check. Good on that end as well. The wheel sets were in gauge as well, so this is a completely NMRA compliant car between the weight, the wheel sets, and the coupler height. Okay, in terms of free rollability, they roll pretty freely. I don't see this weighing down a train. It's a heavier car, but I don't see it really weighing down the train because it rolls so freely. Body wobble, and we got a little bit of body wobble going on. That can be addressed a couple different ways. You can have to do some major work, or you could just simply have to tie down or tighten down the truck. All of these are having body wobble though, so honestly, I don't know if I would hold that against them just because they have no loads and they're a really tall car. So that one actually had the least, it looks like, but you got a really tall car and no load. It's all hollow in there. It's probably going to wobble empty. Okay, so that does it for our quick review of the Walthers wood chip hoppers here, and they are pretty well done. Mainline makes them really worthwhile in pricing. These are 7,000 cubic foot wood chip hoppers, Greenville made, in so many different variations. I have some of them here to show you, and hopefully you learned a thing or two from this video if you did want to purchase these or track them down. If there'll be another run, I'm not sure. It's been a long time since the previous run, but they are well done and a good car to mix into contests that you see in your eras, probably from 60s up. I see 80 as a build date on some of these, 70s. And late 60s, I think. So pretty cool car. We'll leave you with a run by that is totally not prototypical, but we'll see you next time right here on the channel. Take care.
Many of the products you see in this video are available at trainworld.com. Since 1968, this family-owned business has been serving the needs of the modeling community with 2 New York brick-and-mortar store locations in Brooklyn and Long Island, plus their vast array of online items. Shop 24/7 at trainworld.com.